Hey guys, Gary Nelson Real Estate here, talking about hot topics in the real estate industry. If you don't already know, I'm a licensed real estate agent and real estate investor, which allows me to offer a unique perspective in the Branson, Missouri market. If you're already a subscriber, then thank you and welcome back to the channel. If you're not a subscriber yet, I just ask that if you find value in this video and feel it was worth watching, then let me know it by giving a thumbs up and consider subscribing to stay updated whenever I put out more valuable real estate content. And I'm really glad that you're watching this because it shows that you care enough that you want to learn and educate yourself. So thank you for joining me. Now let's get to the video. In today's video, I thought it would be a good idea to take advantage of this unique opportunity and show you what I've been up to and how we're strategically growing our rental portfolio here in the Branson, Missouri market, and kind of let you know some of the secrets to how we've had some success. And even in a rising market, yes, there's still some deals out there. And we're doing about a deal a month right now. So there's still plenty out there. But yes, we are having to look a little harder these days and talk to a lot more people before we land a solid deal. So today is a special day because we can take an inside look at a rental property that we just recently acquired. And we purchased it last month. And now we're in the final week before we can start to advertise it for rent. And right now, we're in the middle of our final punch list, which means that we're just buttoning things up, getting the final detail set before we get ready to clean it and get professional photos taken and ultimately rent it out. And we'll go through and take a walkthrough here in a minute where I'll point out some of the specific perspectives that we take when deciding whether or not to pull the trigger on a prospective rental property. But first, let's talk about some good rules of thumb that you want to consider before investing in rental property and what qualities to look for and some extra bonus points that you can score if you do things right. So I'll start with the most important, and I really only have 3 rules of thumb when it comes down to investing criteria. First and foremost is we strongly consider its location. So yeah, looking at the performance of a macro market is important. We look at the specific neighborhood that it's in, school districts. Is it convenient to work? Is there job growth happening in the market? Are the area statistics and development in that area going in a positive direction? Is there a view, or at least does it not have a bad view? And at the end of the day, if I'd feel comfortable with my family living there, then it's definitely an area that I would consider investing in. Number 2 is we consider the asset type. And this is because it's going to directly affect its desirability to your renters. Is it a single family home, a condo, a duplex, maybe a fourplex or a big apartment building? Maybe it's a mobile home or a mobile home park. And 3, lastly, we want to cover the overall condition of the major items. So the roof, how old is the roof? Is it metal or is it shingled? Has there been any overlapping over time? And next we look at things like foundation issues. Are there settling cracks that we need to worry about? Overall, is it turnkey or does it need a lot of work? If so, how much work? Now, after we've passed the sniff test, next is how many more boxes can it check in terms of qualities. So considering the size and space of the house, like how much square footage it has, how many bedrooms are there, is it walk-in versus having stairs in order to access the inside? Is the floor plan or layout of it decent? And what does the outdoor space consist of? Like, does it have a backyard? Does it have a deck? Also, things like, does it have a garage or a carport? What's the parking situation like? Does it sit on a big hill or will cars maybe bottom out somewhere on the driveway? Does it have a fireplace on the inside? And then for some bonus points, let's talk about some value add features like the paint color choices and the lighting. It can really set a comfortable, homey feel if you get the color contrast just right. Will it have quality flooring and trim surrounds? Does the property call for kitchen upgrades, appliances, and granite countertops? Does it have walk-in closets, or can you build some walk-in closets? What about a jacuzzi tub? Nice upgrades like that. And the really big one is there an opportunity to modify an area and make more bedrooms or make a sunroom or expand a deck, things like that. So this rental property that we're at today, this house has a lot of those qualities, which makes it such a solid investment for a very long time. It's in a great location, close to jobs, in a really good neighborhood, It's a single family house that offers privacy and will provide that sense of ownership for my future tenants. And then all the major home conditions were really good. Like it had a new roof on it just a couple years ago. No evidence of foundation issues, major settling, or termite damage. So far so good, right? So let's go take a look at the inside of the house and talk about some specifics. So this house is 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths with a split layout, meaning master's on one side and the 2 other guest rooms are on the other side of the house, giving mom and dad that much needed privacy. And there's no flights of stairs, so grandma and grandpa are happy about that. Has a fenced-in backyard for Fido. The yard is level and is now landscaped really nice and pretty. It has a back deck for grilling out, an oversized 2-car garage for dad and all of his tools, and granite countertops in the kitchen, fireplace here in the living room, vaulted ceilings. So now we like this deal a lot more because it has so much extra to offer. All that's great, but if we don't update the house with modern finishes, you're losing out on a lot of opportunity there. This is the kind of stuff that creates the wow factor, and renters really do line up to get in. Now, when we bought this property, we obviously had to get a great deal, right? So I want to paint a picture for you of what the condition used to be like. You had stained carpet all over the place. The place reeked of pet urine and kitty litter. The walls had crayon marks all over them. The back deck was actually caved in. The backyard was just trashed, and the garage was stacked with piles of garbage. And maybe the biggest issue of all is that the exterior of the house was pink. So that doesn't sound like much fun, which is why we were able to get a pretty good deal on the price of this property, because your typical home buyer isn't going to want to put up with all that work. So the first thing you'll notice is the new flooring. Our awesome contractors did a great job laying this floor. It looks great. But here's the thing. You shouldn't just use any type of floor or just grab what's on clearance at the store. The type of flooring we use in all of our rental properties is called LVP, which stands for luxury vinyl planking. So humor me for just a second while I totally nerd out on you for a few minutes. This floor is special. It's special because it not only looks good and feels good, but it is expensive. Let me explain why it's worth it in the long run. So the floor we have here is commercial grade. It performs really well high traffic residential because it's made to last years and years, versus carpet, which does cost half as much, but it's less appealing, gets stained, and seems like you're just replacing it every few years in order to keep the house in good condition. So this ends up costing you a lot more money over the lifetime of the property. So we like to do it right the first time, go the extra mile here, spend $350 a square foot, and get that product that's waterproof, scratch resistant, the design looks good, and has underlayment built into the layers of the plank underneath. So it's easier to install and faster to install. Overall, this stuff is an absolute tank. I highly recommend going this route whenever you have a new flooring project, especially if you plan on having a family that's going to move into the property that might even have pets. Now, part of our punch list for this property is all new fixtures. So each room gets a matching all white ceiling fan. We come back through, match up the light bulbs with a consistent LED product as well. That's a cheap upgrade that will save your renters money on their electric bill. And maybe that gives them one small reason to stay another year, which is great anytime we can avoid turnover. And we're installing things like a new digital thermostat. We're swapping out all the water faucets and upgrading to new ones. We're painting the front door red. We're building landscaping retention walls out front with decorative marble rock. It's things like that that all add up to making a desirable rental property. So we did all this work, and guess how much we spent? Really only about $15,000. So when our new future tenants move into this home, I'm sure they're gonna appreciate all the little things and take extra good care of it for years to come. All right, guys, I genuinely hope that you found value in today's video. For those of you that know me, you know that I'm really passionate about investing in real estate and helping others. I remember when I first started and had so many questions and didn't know where to begin. And now that I'm at a point where I can get back, it feels really great to help others that are interested in building wealth through real estate and doing it the right way. Not just about the numbers on a spreadsheet or spending a certain amount on certain materials. This business is about people, and we're providing a product in housing people. So we don't just want to provide a great product, but we want to back that up with a great experience. And that comes down to how we treat others and to always be fair and consistent with our decisions and dealings. If this sounds like you and you want to learn more, I hope you reach out. I'm always looking to grow my network and meet like-minded people just like you. It's funny because the more I've been doing this and helping others, it's come back to me tenfold. I made the mistakes when I was a beginner and I didn't reach out for help, and I blamed it on me just having a pretty introverted personality. And I didn't have a mentor. I made a lot of the mistakes just not knowing these things and going through them the old-fashioned way. I really wish I had reached out to a couple of guys that were having success because it would have really sped up the time, introduced me to some awesome people, and likely would have presented more opportunities. I do want to thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, I think you'll like the next one that we do as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more useful content, and drop a comment below if you have any questions. I'm Gary Nelson, and I'll see you in the next video.